So in this video, we're going to be going to show you how just an example of me animating the door and importing it into Unreal Engine. So what we're going to be doing is the first door, for example, in Anstern Toten, when it opens, it just simply slides to the right and out of the way, allowing for the opening. So that's essentially what we're going to make, and we're going to be putting that in our map 1 as a replacement. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have the door, the insert, and the frame. What we're going to do is animate the door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Shift A in object mode, add an armature, and it's right there in the center. I click on Bone Properties or Object Data Properties, get on a viewport display, and check in front so I can always see it. Then I'm going to go down here for Bone Properties. I'm going to change this from Bone to Root. So now in the armature, we have our first bone as the root bone, like so. So now I'm going to click the door, click the armature, Control P, and click with automatic weights. Then I'm going to click the armature, then the mesh, go to weight paint, and confirm that the entire door is red, which it is, and then select just the armature. So here's my first door. I want to click and drag the armature up into here, and it's going to kind of combine it all into itself like so. So now I need to create the animation. So I'm going to click on the armature, go to pose mode. You'll see I can move it around like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, go to Dope Sheet, make sure we're in Action Editor, click, I already have one called Door Slide Right. So we're just going to press New, and you're going to enter in Door Slide Right for the name, and you'll be met with kind of a screen like this. So I'm going to press 1 to go into this view. We'll go to first frame, press I, insert for location and rotation. We'll go to frame 20, and simply slide it on the X until it's flush with the door frame and completely out of the way, and insert location and rotation again. Now let's see what it looks like. And yeah, I'm fine with that. So now I'm going to go back to timeline, change this from start at 1 and end at 20. So back into object mode, I want to select the door, select the armature, file export, FBX, and I'm not concerned about it. I'm going to just give the name of first door and export it to my desktop. So the settings that I'm using are for my preset, and I'll scroll through them real quick. You can set any that you have to these and export FBX. So I created a new folder called first door, and this is where I'm just going to put all this info in. So I'm going to click and drag it in. Leave everything pretty much as default and import. So we have that, our animation, skeleton, and physics asset. But we can see down here our door is incredibly tiny. So what we're going to do is we're going to export that animation separately and up the scaling. I'm going to select just the armature, and it's going to export whatever is active in the action editor with my settings. So export is FBX. I call this one first door underscore slide right, and export. Then import that into Unreal Engine. Make sure first door skeleton is selected. Change the scaling to 100 and import. And here we have it. So if I go to simulate, you can see it playing the animation. So now we need to actually apply the textures. So I already have these made. So I'm going to give an example of what's going to be in the description. So first door, the base, normal. So I'm going to go ahead and just create the archive, call this one first door. And these are the files that'll be inside of it. So you'll download this RAR, and extract it, and you'll be met with these. Then you can simply drag and drop all of them into Unreal Engine. Give them left sum. And now what we need to do is we need to import the textures. So just drag and drop them in. Then we'll have to create a new material and assign it. Okay. Now we right click, material. I'm going to call this one first door. I'm going to do m_ first door. Open it up. And we're going to drag the base, normal, and the miscellaneous. That contains the roughness, the metallic, the emissiveness, and the ambient occlusion. So we're going to hook the base up to the base like so, the normal up to the normal, and then we're going to scroll by the order. So this one is, as you can see by the name, roughness, metallic, emissive, and ambient occlusion. So R is roughness, G for green is metallic, B or blue is the emissiveness, so emissive color, and the alpha is the ambient occlusion. So roughness to roughness, green to metallic, blue to emissive, and A to ambient occlusion. Then we can simply save, and it'll do everything for us. Then all we have to do is assign that material to our door. So open up our first door. Under material, we're going to type m_first door, and we have it right here, and save. Now we just have to wait for the material to do whatever it's doing to actually load onto it. And there we go. And I just realized I used the wrong, it's this one. So this is what will be inside of it. So that is my fault. I just edited this one to have it display help like the actual door does. So you have these. So let me just do a quick re-import. Like so. And let it re-import itself, and it should be good. There we go. So here's our first door. And if we look at the animation, you can see it just simply sliding like so. So we know that we are good to go. So now that we have our door imported and everything like that, we will begin setting it up in our code in the next one. So I will see you then.